to ask one small question. And what is the big no-no? जो देख के मतलब you say like this guy is not fit for SPJMR or MICA or IMT Ghaziabad.
Very self-centered. Somebody who is very, very self-centered. Today in India, there are 30 odd institutions which are globally accredited, 14 are globally ranked. All that you need to do is to get into a good institution. If you are in a good institution and if you have put a little serious, sincere effort, there are more jobs in the market than good people. You will land up. And after that, it is up to you how you shine. You see, if you are in front of the screen and the computer, okay, you are a solo guy, but you are supposed to be a
Boys and girls, please welcome Atish sir. Atish sir is a great human being and a dear friend. He was my professor at SPJain Bombay. Welcome in the chat, boys and girls. Current director IMT Ghaziabad, ex-deputy director SPJain Bombay, ex-dean of MICA, and he's done multiple stints in many business schools. And he's right now revamping the whole stuff in IMT Ghaziabad as well. It's his second stint at IMT Ghaziabad. After MICA, sir went to IMT Ghaziabad and then और सर इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग माइकैट 2 जो था वो आपने इन्वेंट किया था सपोजिटली माइका 1 के बाद
because many students wanted that if they missed MyCat 1, they thought that they should have one more opportunity. And that, it made sense that MyCat happens a little early and people also prepare for CAT. And MyCat is a different type of test. So we thought that it would be good that more opportunities are given to the students.
Awesome.
That's how MyCat 2 was, introduced. I think 2015 we introduced MyCat 2. Yeah.
Super. That's great. That's great. Lovely. Sir had been on the panel of admissions for SPJMR as well. He's interviewed people from SPJ and for MICA, for IMT Ghaziabad as well. Sir, I'm going to ask you some tough questions and help my all CATKing family also. एक तो सर ये बताइए कि when you are interviewing people at various institutions you've been heading, what are the few things which you would look into the student once these guys are preparing for the GDPI? के once these students go for the interview, they're going to nail it for sure. क्या सर ऐसी बातें हैं आप जो चेक करते हो?
Okay, so it depends which institution one is appearing for the interview. Okay, so I would give you, for example, at SPJain there are 2 rounds. I think that has continued and that has not changed what we started long back. And first round is to find out what is the fit with the specialization. Okay, so at SPJain students have to actually, I would say aspirants have to actually mention which specialization they're opting for. And then the first round essentially is to look at what is the fit with their specialization that one has given as an option. For example, if somebody is in marketing, people will be normally asking questions to find out the level of interest. Have you seen any ad? Which ad you liked? Why you liked? Okay. Then if you have gone to a store, what are the brands that you came across? I mean, so you enter a store, you see different categories. For example, if you see a oral care category, then you've got a personal care, okay, health and hygiene, food, like that. So suppose you enter the oral care category. So which are the brands you have seen in oral care? So first of all, somebody would like to say that these are the things which constitute oral care, like a toothpaste, a toothbrush, a floss, okay, all those things. And then the mouthwash, and then one has to say that, okay, so I've seen these brands, say Pepsodent, Colgate, Close Up, all that. Now, the question will be, probably a question may be asked, okay, Pepsodent is whose brand? So at least you have seen that Pepsodent is a liver's brand. Okay. So the other thing is any other brand that you are aware of livers, okay, in the oral care. So you say, okay, I know Close Up. Okay. Now then the next question can be, okay, what is the Close Up? Have you seen a Close Up ad or a Pepsodent ad? So if somebody says, okay, Close Up ad is like that, okay, then you say, what do you think, how these 2 brands are different? Who are the people who will be using a Close Up and who will be using a Pepsodent? So if those answers normally is to see that this guy is interested, is observing something, and that also demonstrates some level of interest. For example, recently, if you look at it, the iconic ad guy, Piyush Pandey passed away. Okay.
Yeah.
And there can be a natural question, who is Piyush Pandey? Because there was a full first page advertisement in every newspaper. Okay.
Yeah.
In each of the brands that he created, whether it's a Fevicol, whether it's the Cadbury's, whether it's the Asian Paints, whether it's the Pulsar. So then the question is, okay, have you seen an ad of Asian Paints? What was the ad like? So the Har Ghar Kuch Kahta Hai. Okay, that's the ad of Asian Paints. Okay, so the Pulsar ad, which is it's basically a masculine ad, and the inside there was, for example, uh, in Hindi, if you look at the language, bus aati hai, truck aata hai, which is not the case in our language like Bengali. So a bus is a feminine gender, whereas truck is a masculine gender. So when he thought of Pulsar, he said that it's definitely male. Okay, so it's a man's bike essentially. So Pulsar was given a gender. Now, I'm just giving examples, but it can be any ad, it can be, and you can explain what is behind, how it works, and that demonstrates the guy is actually interested. So that's something about marketing. Somebody interested in finance, so somebody will ask, okay, fine, what is the stock market like? The BAC like or NSE like today. So you have to say, okay, 85,000 cross, this, that. So like that. Now somebody might say, okay, fine. Have you watched, what was happening in Indigo? Okay, when the whole fiasco happened, how much did the share, the share tanked? So I was to say, okay, 16%. Okay. And now what is your prediction? What is the price earning? How it has changed? And simple questions like what is EPS, what is price earning? Those are the questions which can come in finance. Okay. What is the market capitalization of, say, the company that you are probably interested in? Okay, which and it's an easy question that somebody might say, okay, I'm interested in joining Mindras, okay, or a TAS like that, because those are the places the MBAs want to join after they complete. So the question that can be that what role you want to get into, and then what are your interests. Those simple questions will come in. Okay, so that demonstrates the level of interest the person has in the specialization. I mean,
Super.
that's simple general knowledge. I would advise everybody to look at the economic times every day at this stage till the time you come for a GDPI, and the area where you're interested in, do some extra studies. Like if you are interested in marketing, look at brand equity on Wednesday, the supplement. If you are in finance, at least track the stock market regularly. Look at what is it like, how the movement of the currency is happening, what is the price of what is the dollar to rupee exchange rate, euro to rupee exchange rate. All these things will come in. Okay,
Super.
consulting analytics also has prior experience in the same. Okay, so the question will be that what is it that consulting is a very generic word. So the questions can be a consultant essentially is a problem solver. Okay, so and if you have prior experience, you will be asked as to what kind of assignments you have undertaken. Okay, what was the specific problem and how you approach the problem. So your approach towards you know uh, addressing the problem will be very very problem. What are the options? Which alternative you chose? Why you chose that alternative? More importantly, it will be like if you have done some kind of a small project also where you have solved a problem, whether it is in okay, to my mind, that's how those questions will be asked. Okay, now see, and there was one question regarding analytics. Okay, so you see the point is analytics is today of various types. Okay, and what is the specific area that you're interested in? That will be an important question. See, it is the difference between a pure play analyst versus somebody who has done a MBA or who is wanting to do an MBA is that the MBA is expected to look at business holistically. to solve business problems. I was just looking at the question on startup funding, though it was a English question, or what you call the language testing or something like
Yeah.
that. But the question is that you know that question, those questions will come up. Suppose you were the the CEO of, say, Indigo. How would I have handled that crisis? That question
Nice.
can be asked. It can be a first round question, it can be a second round question also.
Super.
Whether you want to leave your frontline in the lurch, or whether you want to do something, how do you want to address that crisis? That can be important question. The second round is essentially to look at values. Okay, the senior faculty normally to look at the value of it. So, for example, I give you simple questions. Because majority of the people who come for MBA interviews are engineers, and they're very numerical in their mindset. Okay. Now, if a question is asked, a very simple question, that there is a kid playing on the railway track, and the other in the other track there is the group of 20 people working on repair work, and you are the guy who can change the track. You are the what you call the signal guy. Okay, and the train is coming on the track where the kid is playing. What do? Which track? You cannot stop the train, so which track the train should continue? Okay, many times I have seen the answer, response comes that there are 20 men, so I will not do anything. Let the train go on same track. The logic here is very simple. The kid is unaware. When the men, if there are 20, do nothing is a absolutely wrong answer. Yeah, do nothing is the right answer, because the train is on the do nothing is not the right answer, because the train is on the track where the kid is playing. Okay. And do nothing is the general answer that comes, because it is 1 versus 20. That's how people look at it. But the question is, the men are far more aware that 20 of them, they will jump off. The kid will remain unaware. And the protocol is, in any rescue operation is like this. If you know, first the kid, then the woman, then the man or the men. Okay. So you have to put the train in the track where the 20 men are there. So that's the making. So this is the kind of questions which you face in the second round. Okay, that how you decide on such situations, and that's a complete decision dilemma. And this is
Super.
the same kind of top end, uh, I would say, consulting, or top end, you see the what do you call tashes and all that. Okay, so there you face this kind of questions. So these two are very different type of
This
questions,
is lovely.
and that's how
Sir,
the judgment is.
sorry for interrupting you, sir. In interest of time, I know you're busy guy. I'm just going to ask one small question, and then I'm going to let you go. Sir, what is the big no-no? जो देख के मतलब you say like this guy is not fit for SPJMR or MICA or IMT Ghaziabad.
Very self-centered. Somebody who's very, very self-centered.
Hmm.
You see, a lot of people want, this is a very standard question. Again, one very easy question used to ask, if an option is given, single room or double room, most people say single room.
Hmm.
Okay.
Sir,
You
single room.
need people who can, you see, if you are in front of the screen and the computer, okay, you are a solo guy, but you are supposed to be a 4-room hostel is very good. Okay. So person who can actually work with others, is a team player, who is non-self-centered, who is collaborative, who is effective in an interpersonal manner. You remember one thing, more and more, all the analyst work will be done by your AI, CI and all that. So what is the expected of a human being?
Hmm.
To remain humane.
Awesome.
Okay. The human qualities must come off.
बहुत ही बढ़िया. Great, sir. And with this time, boys and girls, say a big thank you to sir. Sir, once these guys get an interview call, I'm going to request to come again, sir, to help us. And right now, sir, they are stressed about that कैसे होगा, snap कहीं दे रहे हैं. And boys and girls, say a big thank you to sir. हाँ, ये बहुत बड़े आदमी हैं. Sir, मेरी request पे आए हैं आज यहाँ पे. Sir, they're all saying thank you to sir. Thank you in the chat.
एक मिनट अगर
हाँ.
जैट स्नैप कुछ भी आ रहा है ना, I will say only one thing: stay very relaxed. See, you are all good students. Number one. Number two, there is nothing called a great institution and not so great institution.
Mm.
Okay. And and it doesn't matter from which institution you study. Okay, you will definitely get into an MBA program. Today in India, there are 30 odd institutions which are globally accredited, 14 are globally ranked. All that you need to do is to get into a good institution. If you are in a good institution and if you have put a little serious sincere effort, there are more jobs in the market than good people. You will land up, and after that it is up to you how you shine. Okay, so don't take too much of stress. And this is like everybody wants to be the topper. Don't need to be. Okay, go, give it your best shot. You will find a way.
Sir, SPJain versus IMT Ghaziabad.
It depends again what you want
नहीं,
to be.
आप बताओ सर, ये आपके लिए मैं वो पूछ रहा हूँ, टफ, आप मुझे टफ क्वेश्चन पूछते हो ऑफ कैमरा, तो मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ सर, विच इज योर फेवरेट चॉइस?
Between IIM Ahmedabad and SPJain, SPJain to me.
ओके.
So I have given you an answer.
ओ माय गॉड, दिस इज सो क्रेजी. तो ये सर मेरे से वो लोग पूछते हैं कि व्हाई एसपीजे अमर, आई हैड जॉर्ज सर एग्जाइट डायरेक्टर, इज लाइक, तू इतने बड़े फैन क्यों? देख रहे हो भाई, दिस इज सो अमेजिंग. बॉयज एंड गर्ल्स, से थैंक यू अगेन टू सर फॉर स्पेंडिंग टाइम विद अस. सर, थैंक यू, रियली रियली अप्रिशिएट योर टाइम सर, रियली अप्रिशिएट योर टाइम. एंड आई विल
Thank
कॉल यू
you.
बैक अगेन once these guys get interview calls as well. Take care sir, have a good day. Bye bye sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Thank you for joining in. All the best.